Alrighty, so let us get ourselves started here. We are starting off with the zodiac sign of Aries, working our way through to Pisces, diving into what do you need to know. So starting with Aries zodiac sign, what does the zodiac sign of Aries need to know? All right, so the energy for Aries that's coming forward here is search or seek and you will find. When we have the Hermit card coming forward and the Page of Swords, these are two cards that are asking you to be very curious. So instead of kind of waiting for something to come forward towards you or even expecting something to just kind of easily, naturally flow, this is asking for you to really start asking questions, putting yourself out there, finding the directions for yourself instead of waiting on things to come forward. We also have the Ace of Pentacles coming ahead, which talks about value. So this could be money, or maybe it's about work and career. The ideas of long-term structure and value through this Ace of Pentacles says you can build up this energy, right? You can get it, you can have it come forward, you can see it's very, very possible to be able to see a lot of success, but it's something that you have to put yourself out for to get. So this is asking for you not to wait for things, even though the Empress kind of makes things from herself. There's still the idea of like you hold the good qualities, you have the energy, you have the ability to meet the energy as where it's at, but then you need to go put yourself out there, right? The Page of Swords is very curious. It asks questions, it sees, the possibility to put itself out there to find. And then when we also have the Hermit, you're taking step by step to kind of find the answer, to figure out what's next, to put yourself out there. So I strongly feel the seek and you will find energy here. If you want something to happen, it will happen, but you have to start asking questions. Opportunities are not going to come to the couch is kind of what I'm feeling here in this combination. So Aries, anything else that I see coming ahead? If you're an Aries that's been single for quite some time, Ace of Pentacles can give you the opportunity to have somebody come forward towards you that wants a stable relationship, that wants a connection, that wants to bring in value. So if you're finding people come into your life, they're really going to recognize you for you here with this Empress. They're going to recognize you as somebody who deserves this energy and that they want to meet your standards here as well. And they will then come forward for a long-term relationship there too. So really desirable energy in the idea of love or relationships there as well. Let's go ahead and grab your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. We're leaving behind the cap here. Most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. We had that T fly out quite far away. It's just a wild card, so you can go ahead and throw anything in that. We have the wild card, just one wild card coming forward here. So you can throw anything in there. What do I see come forward? I see the word base, like maybe you need to set a baseline. You need to create a sense of a base. Where are you going to build off? A base in direction. Here's where I'm starting. There's where I want to go, right? Maybe you have to kind of create some sort of starting line for yourself, or maybe you're finding something that feels like a base that you can build off of, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of, working together with somebody else can really see things grow forward because they're trying to add to your life. So that's what I would say for the zodiac sign of Aries. You have Virgo as well as Libra and Taurus coming forward here as strong zodiac signs for you. Speaking of Taurus, that's our next zodiac sign. So let's go ahead here for the zodiac sign of Taurus. What is going on that Taurus needs to know about? So zodiac sign of Taurus, what do you need to know? All right, so you have multiple different options right now as to how you can move forward. Don't look at the endings, look at the new beginnings. When we have the Ten of Swords come forward, we can often, more often than not, look towards where something did not go the way that we want it to, or look towards where something has ended. And the Page of Wands is saying, embrace the new beginning. When something ends, it's leaving the room for a new possibility. So obviously we're not talking about somebody's death here. Let's not be cuckoo in the sandbox. But let's look towards the idea of maybe you didn't get the job that you wanted. Well, now you have the possibility of having a better job, right? Maybe you didn't get the I don't know, lunch that you wanted. Well, it stopped you from getting food poisoning, right? The burnt toast theory. The opportunity that can come forward is better for you because something has ended. The Lover's card signifies the idea of choice. It also talks about passions and moving ahead, and it gives you the movement with the number 6. So Hermit card saying you're moving towards your passions, keep moving forward with them. You may find them kind of step by step as you go, rather than knowing the whole pathway in front of you, and really move forward with excitement. If you are finding that love is not really going the way that you want it to, go out there, see more choices, see more directions. There are so many people in the world, and you're probably fishing in a really small pond right now. Put yourself out there. You never know who is, on the different app, or somebody who's in the different friend group, or, if you decide to join a class instead of trying to be on the apps, on how that could open so many more doors for you, because you're already finding somebody who is very like-minded because they want to be in that same class, right? So the choices, the options, the opportunities are out there. Allow yourself to move forward with the things that you're manifesting and you're wanting, because it's leading you in a great direction. Don't walk towards the things that end. Walk towards the things that are trying to begin and move forward. This T again has jumped out. It jumped out the opposite way. But that T just jumped out for Aries, and now it's jumping out for you as well. Alrighty. I shouldn't try to pick them up through the camera. I should look at them on the table and pick them up, probably be easier. So these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. Smack dab here, I see a love and lover and loves. So many options on how you can say it, right? Lovers card talks about options. And we have love, lovers, loves, lovers. So many different options coming forward here. So Taurus, options, allow yourself to indulge a little bit. See what's out there, whether it be romance, work, money opportunities, passions in your life just in general, and find what you feel like brings that little pep in your step here of the Page of Wands and allows you to move forward with excitement. Your most important zodiac signs are Gemini and Virgo, bringing in that Mercury energy. Maybe, you need to communicate more with that Mercury coming forward there. Communicate more, maybe even learn more too there with that idea of the Hermit, taking things step by step and moving forward. So we have a Gemini coming forward here as our next zodiac sign. Let's go ahead and dive into Gemini and see what do you need to know for the zodiac sign of a Gemini. What is the most important message here today? Gemini, I have a very specific message before I get to more of a little bit of a general message for the collective here. If your relationship's going strong, but you have little tiffs, you have little bumps in the road, the neighborhood doesn't need to know. Your parents don't need to know. Your friends don't need to know that he doesn't put his clothes in the hamper, right? Something easy to fix. That, they get mad at you because you didn't put your dish in the dishwasher, right? Easy, simple things. We do not need to be telling the whole neighborhood here with this Eight of Swords, because the more chefs in the kitchen, right? The more the cooks in the kitchen, the more the recipe kind of gets lost and away from the original. The more that this structure with the pentacles between you and your partner can kind of dissolve by everybody else's ideas. So if you're having unnecessary conflict, this is not, really bad things. They've cheated on you or something like that, and now you're keeping it to yourself. No. This is like things that you can solve and fix in normal daily life. Work them out in your partnership first before you tell the whole neighborhood. Because when it comes to like other people knowing about things, they don't have the same good that's going to come forward from your partner. They're just going to hold on to the negatives. And then when you tell them stuff that's good, they're going to go, well, hey, don't you remember the time that King of Pentacles did all these things that were bad? And you're going to have a hard time now changing their mind. And also you're going to have a hard time embracing the good, because the haunting of the bad is always going to be there. So besides that, I see a really good energy coming forward for you, Gemini, in career. You're going to have competition though. Don't worry about what the competition says. The interviewer says, oh, we have other candidates. Don't worry. They make that stuff up. They can't say you're the only candidate that we have in the interview. How bad does that sound that nobody else wants the position? So they have to say these things. So Eight of Swords, don't get caught up in the things that people say when it comes to work, career, or even money right now. Trust yourself, trust the stability around you, and make the wise long-term choices. This can say, don't get caught up in the quick get rich quick schemes of the now. We just talked about cryptocurrency 2 days ago because it seems to be all over the internet right now, of these meme coins going high. Don't do that stuff, right? Don't get caught up in the negativities of others, in the competition that's unnecessary like that. I do see, though, if you've been fighting for a relationship to work, or just you've been focusing on yourself to be in a good place, you are fighting for a relationship, even if you don't realize it. Like, you are fighting for yourself to be in a place that's stable for you. And that in turn is calling in the stable energy for yourself. So keep on keeping on. Let the noise go outside of you. Don't keep that inside. Anything people are saying that's negative, in one ear, out the other. Don't allow it to sit in your mind. And if you're finding people that don't bring you peace, let them go. Say, bye-bye. Go on the lazy river of life. And I will keep in my stability, in my place of self-value, and keep on building up for me. Don't allow negativity to come in here in any which way that it can. We also have on the bottom there too, the Nine of Pentacles. Value yourself a little bit more, whatever that may be. So, self-care day, focusing on yourself in one way or another, picking opportunities that are better for you, right? Think about you in the long haul. So that's what I would say for Gemini. You have a lot of Pentacles energy coming forward here, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I don't really see anything. I see the word more. Maybe there's always more. Maybe there's always something going on and you feel like things are kind of piling up to more and more and more. Let the noise go away. Focus on what you can control. Focus on your stability, your security, and the people around you that, make you feel stable, and then move forward from there. So that's what I would say. So our next zodiac sign is the zodiac sign of Cancer. Let's go ahead with the zodiac sign of Cancer and see, what do you need to know? Slow and steady wins the race here right now, Cancer, towards your dreams, towards closer connections with others, to just overall the things that you've been manifesting. It's really, at the end of the day, just one step in front of the other to get what you want. Any situation, relationships, it's one text message back and forth, one call back and forth. I do an action for you, you do an action for me, and we create the sense of harmony, right? Through the idea of the Two of Cups. This is not tit for tat. I'm not doing something to invoke something out of you, but I'm doing something for you, you do something for me, and we make each other's lives easier. The beautiful aspect of partnership. The idea of perhaps work, right? All it takes is you put in an application, then the employer accepts it, right? One for the other. As you're taking one step forward into bettering yourself, moving forward in the direction that you want to see yourself go, you are making progress. The Two of Cups says you're in a really beautiful energy of connecting with yourself and connecting with the direction that you need to go. So even if you may not see it, your compass is pointed where you want to be. And the Six of Swords can say this is a time right now to not isolate yourself in doing so. Your dreams can be really possible by making other people know them. And I know other people say, don't tell people what you want to accomplish, just go ahead and do it. But it's a little bit more detailed than that. It comes from the idea that once we speak something out loud, a part of our mind sees it as it being accomplished, and then we think we don't need to do it because it's already been accomplished. So if you nip that in the butt and you start telling people what you want to do, where you want to be, these people can help you in getting there rather than you having to do it on your own. But again, it does take some personal responsibility to then follow through with these things. I do see with the star, though, there's an opportunity to connect with somebody in a very hopeful and vulnerable place. So this is deepening a romantic relationship, deepening a friendship. It's a really beautiful energy to make a bond that you can see over a lifetime, move forward here. And I would say as well, for somebody who's looking to move, I don't know why that's coming forward so strongly, but I don't see it like move down the block. I mean, make a big move. Like maybe you're even doing a night and day move with the star here. If you're looking to make a big move, I see it as something that's going to bring you a lot of harmony in the long haul. It might be really hard just off the hop making that big move, but overall, it's a really good energy. It's a really good direction. You'll find peace in it over the long haul here. So Cancer, you have Aquarius coming forward as your most important zodiac sign. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. If you're making a big pivot in life, I see it as something that's good. Just slow and steady wins the race, right? So that's what we got going on for the zodiac sign of Cancer. We're now going to go ahead to the zodiac sign of Leo. All right, so let's go ahead and see for the zodiac sign of Leo. What is going on for Leo? What does Leo need to know about? Leo, look at you coming forward as yourself here with the Strength card. I think that there's a really beautiful energy here around you, Leo, of new beginnings. And new beginnings that you don't even have to force, but new beginnings that just feel really comfortable for you to move out of a comfort zone in one way or another, or finally release something from the past. This doesn't have to be something bad from the past. It's just kind of releasing something to move forward in a new direction. So let me think for a second. The Six of Cups can say, we are in a place of good memories, but it's time to move forward. Maybe you're moving out of your family house. Maybe you're saying, adios, parentals, I will move ahead into my own apartment. Maybe you're saying, goodbye, job that I got right out of university or high school. I'm ready for a different career path. Maybe you are saying goodbye, the daily routine that served me all of 2024. I'm ready to embark on a new one for 2025, right? There's this idea of something that was good from the past that served you to get you to a place of stability or get you to a place of security before, but now you're embarking on a new direction. And it's really good for you to move forward in new ways. I would say, in anything new that you're trying, don't really put yourself in a place where you have such rigid expectations of yourself and starting something new. It's new. If you were to expect somebody, overnight to be Einstein, that's really difficult to do, right? There's the idea of 10,000 hours for a reason. Now, 10,000 hours is not actually correct. We'll get into that another day. But there is the idea of it takes a long amount of time to master a skill. So if you're switching in any direction of life here right now, Leo, don't expect yourself to be a master at it overnight, right? One step at a time. When you actually look at it, I did actually the calculation yesterday, and I was like, okay, if I wanted to be a master at a skill and get these 10,000 hours, how long is it going to take me? And I'm like, let me see how many hours it would take me to do it in 2 years. 13 hours a day. 13 hours a day. I can't do an activity for 13 hours a day. There is so many other things that I've got to be getting done. So when you put things like that in terms of perspective, then it is something that you kind of have to take a step back on, right? Allow yourself to be in a place of taking one step at a time, embarking on new beginnings in a brand new direction, to flow forward without expectations and just allow yourself to freely experience things. You'll be able to be in a better place at the end of the day. And be confident. Strength card comes forward here, right? Be confident in your skills and abilities. So let's see. These are coming forward as your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. You do have Leo as well as Libra coming forward here, L and L. Leo as well as Libra coming forward as your most important zodiac signs. I see the word bag. Maybe you're getting a payoff. You're getting the bag. Maybe you're getting a payoff here from something that you did in the past, and that's why you're going from this place of, feeling like you just got enough to all of a sudden you're feeling like the fool. You're feeling free, not a care underneath you at all here. You're just stepping wherever you feel like going. We're checking out at the grocery store without even looking at the price tags. That's how we feel here with the fool. So that's what we've got going on for Leo. Let's go ahead on to Libra. Sometimes I pick things up at the grocery store and I go, oh, never mind. I'm in the wrong section here. I gotta put those back. Let's go ahead for Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus signs. Let's see what's going on for the zodiac sign of Virgo. What do you need to know? Here the Five of Swords fly out there. This is an interesting combination. Immediately I want to say keep your eye on the prize, even if there's naysayers. I mean, a lot of people will put their opinion on you because they can't do something. Oh, you're learning how to rollerblade at 35? It's like, okay, Susan, just because you can't rollerblade doesn't mean I can't learn how to rollerblade, right? So even if people are putting their opinions on you, just kind of shove them away. Don't allow them to stop you from going in the direction that you want to move forward into. I would say stand on your word right now. There might be a little bit of you versus I, problems with other people in any which way that you may already be facing, and just kind of stand on your own word here. King of Pentacles says security and value will come forward towards you. So if you're having issues at work, if you're having issues in maybe getting your ideas off the ground, if you're having issues in expressing yourself to kind of find the direction of life that you need to go into, it will resolve itself in time. The Wheel of Fortune says luck is on your side and how you need to move forward. So this is not saying that you need to do, a complete 180 in life in order to get where you need to go. This kind of just says focus and you will find things move forward because you're not taking what anybody else wants to do when it comes to life. You are instead moving forward with where you need to go for life, where you want yourself to go in terms of life direction. So kind of stand on your own words, stand on your own ideas. Whoops. Don't allow yourself to get into what other people kind of want to do. Just allow yourself to move forward in the way that you need to move forward. Sorry, I was trying to reply to a comment here and I forgot my sound was on. Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. Don't speak ill about anybody right now. Ooh, if you got something to say, giggle it to yourself in the mirror. Don't be backwards here right now and saying anything else. I feel like the grass has ears, the trees have ears, the walls have ears, and the ants are carrying the messages. Like, I feel like it can get wildfire in terms of you saying something. So I would kind of keep things to myself here, Virgo, if you have any critiques of anybody right now. And that's pretty much what I would say. So let's see. This one flew across the thingy here. That T has been flying out. I don't know if it's that specific T, but a T has been flying out. It'll look wild. All right. I see the word list. Make a list. This is my idea. This was probably from somebody else. This is my idea. This is from somebody else, right? What is the directions that you actually want to go into versus what is somebody else's idea that's kind of been placed on you, right? That's kind of how I see this. Maybe you're interested in painting, but everybody's told you paint costs money, doesn't make you money unless you're come from some richy rich family, or, some richy rich place. You can't paint in the middle of nowhere and have people know you, but you can. Guess what? The internet exists. The internet exists, and you can go ahead and find a way to be seen, right? There's ranchers in the middle of bum nowhere that still have Starlink internet connection, and they're making their TikTok money. If you see sin, maybe it's the idea of something is a sin and others to not, To one is a sin, to the other is a fun time. That's what I would say. All right, let's go ahead here for our next zodiac sign, which is over here. No worries. Thank you for joining me. And also, if you'd like to rewatch, we're live on YouTube too, so you can always go ahead and rewatch. I am trying to timestamp as we go along, being very efficient today. Let's go ahead with the zodiac sign of Libra and see what you need to know. So Libra. Wow. Out of the blue, quick and sudden, here your manifestations come. You never know which door is going to open you the good stuff, right? You never know what opportunity is going to be able to get you what you want. The person that you can talk to off the street that you thought was maybe some just average Joe happened to be the person who I don't even know, puts your art, we'll take the idea from Virgo, puts your art in the museum, right? Or in the gallery, I should say. You have no idea on how one next action, right? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is very quick actions. A to B. We take one step, 1 to 2. We're not going from 1 to 100. We're just going 1 to 2. We have no idea on how that one particular step can change everything, right? Night and day. Think about the ideas of people who have gotten famous. You post one video, all of a sudden your business is sold out. And you're like, holy smokes, I didn't actually even have the inventory. I didn't even know how to set the inventory levels correctly. And all of a sudden I got all this business, right? You just take one step, one choice, one direction of life can simply change everything. And sometimes in the moment, you don't even know that that one step is the thing that's doing it, right? You don't know that buying, I don't know, now I gotta get examples here, my brain short circuits. Buying pastels instead of acrylic is all of a sudden change your world because you realize that you can actually do things in that particular medium. Maybe you decided to go to one mall instead of the other and you happen to meet your romantic partner there, right? You bump into somebody and boom, there's a romantic partnership. You decided to go to one university instead of the next, and boom, completely changes your direction of life. Sometimes it's not always overly obvious that we can just make one decision and it can change the course of our life entirely. But looking back, you're like, wow, that one decision to do that one thing changed things completely, right? So Queen of Swords, I want you to be in a space of being you here with this Swords energy. Focus on your mind, focus on your direction, focus on what you want to do. And with this Nine of Cups, focus on your desires. This is a time to say, every single day, I'm just going to take one step, one direction, look even in the direction of where I want to be, remind myself of the direction of where I want to be so that I'm constantly moving forward in that direction. That's what I have here going on for Libra. The idea that one step, one movement, one direction, no pun intended, can change things completely. You just have to take the step, look towards it, and you'll change it around. So, what else do I got going on for Libra here? What else? What else? We have double water, double air. So mind and heart, look at you coming forward as your balanced self. Mind and heart. If you act in balance, as you act true to you, you'll move things forward in the way that you need to go. Okay, let's grab your initials here. I don't know. I see ping pong. Oh, it's too late. I see ping pong. That's about all I see. I don't know why I see ping pong. But a back and a forth, it's balance. It's a yin, it's a yang. All right, let's go on here to Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising is the next zodiac sign that we're on. So Scorpio, let's go ahead and dive in and see what's going on for you. So when you're moving forward, look for the good company, keep the good company, invest in the good company. This is not stocks we're talking about. This is people. Three of Cups talks about the people that you'll keep close around you. You need close people. You don't need a lot of people. You just need a good few. When it comes to the idea of the Six of Swords or the Three of Cups, it's like keep as many as you can keep in your boat. When you're moving forward past troubling times, transitions in life, or just you're wanting to move forward to a place that's better, more successful, more stable, whatever more sort of direction that you want to go into, take the few that you enjoy, that value you, that it also invests in your connection, that are your cheerleaders of life, and move forward. You will find more people. This is not saying drop the good people. This is instead saying keep the good people, drop the rest, and then keep looking for more good people. Because as you grow into yourself, as you grow in age and time, you will find more good people, but you're also recognized on how few is better than many. I do think that right now it's a time for you to seek out the celebrations just in general. And the more time you're looking for the good, the better time that you will have. It'll make you more emotionally stable. It'll make you just happier in general because you are looking for the good that's there instead of, again, looking for the negativity. And it'll actually help you solve problems a lot easier because you're looking as to where you can bring the good to come forward instead of sitting in any sort of negativity. If you are somebody who's looking to go traveling, grab some friends or even try to do those travel with a like-minded people. Sometimes YouTubers do those. Watch out. You never know. You know, people can appear certain ways on camera. But there are certain travel companies. I don't know if they're just in Canada, but like, oh, let me not tell you the companies. I don't want to tell you a company and then it's a bad company because I didn't review it. But there are companies that you can go and it's like, oh, people who are 25 to 45 or whatever, and you go on the trips together. They get like maybe 15 people and they all go on a trip together, and there's planned, you know, place hopping and dinners and things like that. Plus then you get a little bit of explorer time and you can meet people in those things, right? You can decide to solo travel, Page of Swords, seek out new information, directions, and avenues, and end up meeting people through that. Anything else I want to say for this? Three of Cups is my card of reconciliation. So seek and you will find. Sometimes both parties are waiting for people to reach out, right? I want you to reach out to me. You want me to reach out to you. And we're both sitting here wanting and waiting and nobody's taking action. So sometimes all it takes is a phone call, a text message. You know, even if you want to pretend to do an accidental bomb dial, an action is better than no action is what I would say. So you have water sign as well as air signs as your most important zodiac signs. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. Anything that I see come forward, I see the word Aries. They said, let me not be forgotten. I don't see anything else, but I do see that. So water signs, air signs, and Aries. Let's go ahead here for Sagittarius. What does the zodiac sign of Sagittarius need to know? Let us see. Sagittarius. Oh my goodness, how many cards out of the... Get the whole bunch here. All right, look how many major arcana cards you got. You're splitting here. Majors on this side, minors on this side. Let me dive in. First of all, let go of the past. You are moving forward. There's transitions in life. You're moving forward to a really successful place. So stop looking at the past. Your definition of the past, your circumstances of the past are the past. You can change them in terms of moving forward, right? You don't need to fight for your title or fight for the idea of the past. For some reason, there's this idea of like needing to invent yourself with the Hermit as well as with the Magician. This sort of idea that you are like, you have a direction that you want to go. You have a vision of where you want to be. You feel like you're on the pathway for yourself. But then the Five of Cups as well as the Seven of Wands brings in this like fighting for the past. You can't change it. Like, leave it be. which is so hard. But whatever's in the past, it's in the past. Let's move forward to the future. The Death card talks about changes, and the Chariot is like, wow, you're going from the kid that wished that they could, run, to all of a sudden being in the Olympics, right? Like Usain Bolt style. Like there's this idea that you're going from a place of lacking or shoulda, coulda, woulda, wish something was different, to all of a sudden successfully moving forward in a direction. And it's a huge change in terms of life, because all these major arcana cards talks about the universe really shifting things not only in your favor, but shifting things in your life. So you might find doors really start to open, especially as we get to the end of the year here. Maybe you're having a better sense of self, you're learning about yourself, you're realizing what you're capable of. Maybe some door is opening here to see that your manifestation is actually possible. Maybe with the Chariot, you're finding some sort of teammate to help you move forward. This could be a mentor in your career, a relationship partner to realize that relationships can be successful. This could be a friend to move you forward and maybe open some doors as well. But there is this big transition of like going away from the ideas of the past, the loss of the past, to all of a sudden the opportunities of the future. It's a really, really beautiful energy to come forward here. It's such a beautiful way. Anything else I want to say about this? Oh, you know what I also like? This transition and change here from the magician to the from the hermit to the magician, I should say, is like going from hiding in the shadows to all of a sudden out in the spotlight. So maybe you are somebody who stays in all the time, you don't like to be known, to all of a sudden people are knowing you for all the right reasons. And it is because you're broadcasting yourself out there in a way that's of a creation sort of energy. So maybe you're going from somebody who sings in the shower to all of a sudden singing on a stage, right? There's that sort of energy that comes ahead. Making something known, making your opportunities known, your abilities known is coming forward here. So that's what I would say. I like this big transition, good energy, moving forward towards your dreams and desires, like you have a little rocket ship underneath you. It's a really good direction. Oh, look at this. I accidentally picked up the die. We'll roll it for you. All right, so I see the word start, like something's starting up here. Something's moving forward. Something's making things happen. Oh, yes, I said I would roll the die for you. We do have a lot of zodiac signs going on. We have Cancer, we have Virgo, Gemini, and Scorpio. And we have Libra coming forward here as well. TikTok, YouTube, Libra coming forward there as well. I see the word start, like something's starting. You hit the red button of something. I don't know. Hit the red button of life. Now something's starting up. Anyway, let's go on to our next zodiac sign here. Our next zodiac sign is Capricorn. So Capricorn, let's go ahead and dive in for you and see what do you need to know. Oops. All right, so your energy is paying off here. Seven of Pentacles talks about something being able to be built up over time, and now the time is right. If you have a passion for something, go forward with it. Do not wait for it to start up. It's a really beautiful energy to say, if you desire something, you put your time, effort, and energy into it, you will see the reward come forward from it. There's such a success, such a valuable energy, such an opportunity that's trying to come forward if you just give it some time to move ahead. When we have the Strength card coming forward, there's a recognition that needs to come forward to say you cannot force something. Yes, you can desire it. Yes, you can put time and effort and energy into it, but it will not come forward towards you before you are ready to meet it. So if you're trying to maybe force a relationship, if you're trying to force a career change, you may not be in a place to receive whatever you're trying to force. So we need to take a step back here to recognize the pathway that we're going into before we take the step forward, right? Recognize that maybe there's the other person on the side of the table here to work with, to connect with, that you can't just force a relationship to happen. There's something about recognizing that you have passion, yes, but passion just doesn't equal the idea of movement forward. But you can see something happen in time if you let it move forward with time. What else do I want to say here for Capricorn? Oh, I also want to say pace yourself. If you're trying to start something, business, career, getting something off the the ground, hobbies, whatever it may be, pace yourself. Think about the long haul of where you want this to go rather than just doing something for the short term. Because if you think about the long haul, you will prepare for the long haul and it'll be better in the long haul rather than doing something of a sprint and wearing yourself out. You have Aries coming forward here as your most important zodiac sign. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. What do I see come forward? Not much, actually. I see the word run. So maybe if you are running, maybe you're practicing for something, practicing for a run, you know, pace yourself. That's what I would say. All right, so let's go ahead to Aquarius. We have Aquarius and then we have Pisces, and then we're done for our zodiac signs. If you'd like a personal reading, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. If you want to rewatch for these, check out YouTube, Temperance and Sage on YouTube. Let's go ahead here for Aquarius. Aquarius, we are doing what do you need to know? Let us see. First of all, I want to say if you have an idea, it's a good idea. You just need to give it time and stop listening to other people that tell you not to do it. Of course, with reason, okay? Don't be making dumb decisions, jumping off a bridge or anything like that. But if you have a good decision here, a good idea, I should say, of wanting to create something, you're wanting to build something up, maybe it's a business in some way. This Ace of Pentacles says value will come forward towards you. You will get the money, you will get the success, you will get the stability, but it's going to happen in time. You know, Seven of Pentacles, it's something that needs to build up in time. And with the Three of Wands, it may be really hard to see. So you may not see the success in the first year. You may not see success in the first, month, the first week, but it'll come. It'll come. There's this idea, though, of taking things really slowly, one step at a time, keeping your passion alive for it, but recognizing that it's a journey, it's not a sprint. And the more you listen to other people, the longer the journey is going to feel if they're negative when it comes to listening to your ideas of moving forward. I do think that when it comes to money, maybe the advice that you're getting right now is bad, Eight of Swords, and we need to be looking for new directions when it comes to maybe some investing advice, gaining some money advice. We need to be looking in new places on how to get this energy to come forward here. And if you're looking for romantic relationships, it is coming forward, but I think you need to let go of some things that people have said. This Eight of Swords is just sticking out to me to say, let go of the bad advice. Like, let go of the advice that's holding you back, the negative things that people are telling you, or the limitations that you may impose on yourself. Like, let those things go, because it really puts a wall between where you want to be and where you're at, and what you think is possible and where you're at, right? Like, it puts, or I should say, what you think is possible and your actual goals, right? It puts a sense of a wall between things. So letting go of really bad advice and finding some new advice, finding some uplifting people around you to say that your goals, your dreams, your desires are possible, and even helping you on how to get them is such a good thing for you to focus on and move forward into, because it's going to change your perspective on how far away the goals actually can be, rather than how far you feel like they're going to be, far away, right? So we have earth signs coming forward here as your most important zodiac signs. And these are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. Oh, you know what came out to me? JK, and then I see the word jokes. If somebody is negative and they try to play it off in a jokey way, that energy does not need to be around you. I find that so frustrating when people try to be negative, but then they're like, just kidding. Just leave the jokes at home. Don't bring them here. To me, that just irks me so much. Be positive, and be positive in your jokes if that's what you're joking about. So, I also see the name Jamie. I don't usually see names, but I see Jamie. What is this? An E. All right, we are on our last zodiac sign of the day, which is the zodiac sign of Pisces. I've been trying to timestamp things as I go, but of course I've messed it up. So there will be timestamps after the live. The video we are doing is also live on YouTube right now, so you can go ahead and rewatch it there if you're on TikTok. But let's go ahead here for Pisces, and we'll see what does Pisces need to know. Pisces, movement is coming. Look at these double sixes here. If you're wanting something to happen, the movement is there. The movement is coming. The opportunities are there. You need to be focused, though. The idea of the Two of Wands says, oh, goodness gracious, there's so many different possibilities and so many different ways that you can make something happen. But if we're constantly looking at all the different ways that something can happen, we're just not really going to make a lot of progress in one direction. We're going to make a little bit of progress in a lot of different directions. So this is asking you to take one step at a time in a direction that you have your eyes and focus on, right? If we're trying to do 100 skills at once, it's not really going to work out the best, right? It's like you're trying to learn 5 languages at once versus trying to learn 1 language. Yes, you may be able to greet everybody in all 5 languages, but you're not really going to be able to hold a conversation down without probably bringing in one of those other languages as a mistake. Versus you're learning 1 language, you're going to focus on that, you're going to get deeper into the language here. So having a little bit more of a focus and attention is going to be the best. I really like this King of Swords energy for you because it's like what you set your mind on, you will be able to achieve. The idea of Two of Wands, anything is possible. So don't set your goals very, very short. Set them far, throw the ball off, do the kick here. I'm trying to make some sports references and I can't. Throw it far, slingshot it. Get one of those dog throwing ball things and throw it further than your arm can throw it. There's this idea of like, set your goals far. Don't just do it what's right in front of you that you know is achievable. Do something that you're like, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get there, but I know I want to. And then you'll be able to achieve it here with the Six of Wands. Success and opportunity is wanting to come forward towards you. You have a really good energy from the past here to make things possible with the Six of Cups. You have a really good, maybe even supportive energy around you, whether it's literally supportive people around you or just the energy itself is supportive for you to go after these desires. It's trying to push you ahead to achieve new things. I would say when it comes to relationships, there might be somebody in the past that you need to look at. Not to say that you have to go back with the ex-romantic partner that you wouldn't touch, with a 10-foot pole. You'd rather go kiss a raccoon than touch them. I'm not saying this particular person. This is somebody from the past here with the Six of Cups that maybe you didn't even have a chance with. Maybe there's just some friendly energy there. Maybe you swiped on them on whatever app, but they got off the app before they even swiped on you, right? There could be something like that that's coming forward here in terms of a good desire of the past that maybe we need to, take a little bit of a re-look around at and see if something's possible there. What else I want to say here, Pisces? If you want to build good connections, you have to focus on actively building good connections. A lot of the time, we can end up sitting beside each other on the couch watching the television, and we're not building a bond. Yes, we're spending time together, but we're not building a bond. Go to that escape room. Go, tobogganing down a hill. Sand sledding, whatever you got around you, go build some bonds. Go take some chances together and build this bond, because a lot of more times than not, we can look back on the good memories that we made and not make enough good memories in today in order to look back on them tomorrow. So, go there, make some memories. You will be successful on them, especially if you're wanting to do a trip. Two of Wands, that's a real good energy to make some. Oh, is this a T? No, it's an M. It's a really good energy to go on a trip and make some good memories. For those that weren't here earlier, there was a T for like literally 3 zodiac signs at the start of our live here that was just flying out randomly. But I guess it got to the whomever needed to see it. These are your most important initials, acronyms, names, and words. You have a lot of fire sign energy coming forward, so we'll call it at Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius there too. I see the name. I thought I saw an E, but that's an F. I was going to say Jake, but Jake's holding back there a little bit. Anything else I want to say? Oh, I see the word pond. For those of you that are dating, maybe we need to go across the pond. Two of Wands coming forward here. Maybe you'll find love in a different place, right? If you've been, I've been seeing that all over the place on TikTok. If you feel called to go to a specific place, there's something that's there for you. Probably not, but there's something that you're being drawn to because you like something about that place, right? Love the idea of Wyoming and Montana right now. Why? Because I'm watching that lady and her horses, and she used to have a bison, and I'm like, oh, I love that idea. I don't feel drawn particularly to Wyoming and Montana because it's Wyoming and Montana. Anything, specific that I need to do there, just it's beautiful and it's got some cool things. And maybe that's, the idea of going ahead with it. So maybe there's something like that for you. Maybe you are particularly drawn to, I'm trying to think of something now. You are particularly drawn to Italy, right? Maybe you feel drawn to Italy. You're like, oh, I would love to go to Italy. But maybe from what you've seen of Italy, it's family values. It's cooking. And you really just love cooking. And you really just love family values. Maybe that's all that it is that you're drawn to Italy for. But through that experience of being drawn to those particular values, you might be able to meet somebody who's also drawn to those values, right? There could just be something like that. Not that you have to be, needing to find something in Italy. But maybe there's just cool stuff there that you feel drawn to because you like this stuff. And that's as simple as that. All right, so that's what we got going on for our zodiac signs. I'll be back in 7 minutes time, good old lucky 7, to do personal readings. So if you'd like to join me, YouTube, Temperance and Sage. I think we'll leave off TikTok, and TikTok will just be for zodiac signs. So if you'd like a personal reading, join me on YouTube, Temperance and Sage on YouTube. You can also see my website, temperanceandsage.com, to have a personal reading done. It does not need to be on the live. You can have it done in private there too. Check it out, temperanceandsage.com. The zodiac signs here will be time-stamped as soon as we get off the live. Thank you all for joining me here today. I'll see you all tomorrow at 5 o'clock, which is 53 minutes ago, whatever that may be your time. Lots of free stuff on the website too, so check it out there as well. I'm updating it daily, but there's a lot of free stuff on there. Zodiac sign card of the day, affirmation of the day for each zodiac sign. Lots of other free goodies up there, so go ahead and check it out, temperanceandsage.com. See y'all.